Adam Harrington VO.
Shoutcaster for the IGN Pro League, and let's face it, look at these guys. They're pretty awesome. And you may also notice that if you look at the program that the guest list here on this stage has increased dramatically from only the 4 listed in the brochure. So this is a treat. This is a real treat to have all these guys here. And we saw the intro video. We see what all these characters are, all the voices. All the characters. And should we just go down the line? Yeah, everyone do their voices real quick.
You want to start with Kyle?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Let's see here, what should I say?
You belong in a museum.
Hey, Scott's playing Israel. I like it. I get on my good side immediately. Scott's playing my dudes. Let's see.
Don't die yet. That's just a warning shot.
And then lastly,
Demacia!
Hi.
good voice, yeah.
My hands are stained. Oh, that's a line.
That was creepy. We still love you. I do.
The last always a line. Take a good look. It's the last you're going to get.
Oh, yeah.
You'd like some real amusement? Come closer. Oh, what did you eat?
Same voice.
Only 2 jokers in the deck, and I can tell you. Let's go, let's go! You only need to click once, fools. I tried to silence my mother once. Boy, did I regret that. I'll make you disappear! Welcome to the League of Trade! Yeah! You need a nerd! Who wants a piece of the chair?
Bad jelly of that shaker hat, by the way. I am incredibly jealous.
At Fantastic LLC.
Done. So let's start off with the big obvious question, because I know Eric, we were talking a little bit outside. It's like, I wonder how many people will actually show up to this. And we're pretty full. We got a lot of people here, and I want to know, like, an open question for anyone. What was like the first moment, do you remember, where you realized, okay, League of Legends, this is pretty huge?
I actually specifically want to answer that because there's a gentleman sitting over there by the name of Kieldre. Kieldre, stand up. This is Boss Panda on the League, or Fringe Beats on YouTube. And about, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, about that.
2 years ago, I'm searching for clips for my voiceover reels and had no idea how big League of Legends had gotten. And I am doing keyword searches, and I search Shaco, and his rap comes up, and it just blew me away. And then I just went, down the rabbit hole, and it was absolutely incredible. And I contacted Kieldre. He was nice enough to let me join him on his Mordekaiser rap. And yeah, we did, a lot of these voices were done about 4 years ago, I think. And all of us up here on the stage, we do a ton of games, and obviously the big titles that we recognize, we're going to remember that when we leave. But honestly, I don't think Riot knew. We certainly didn't know how big this monster was going to get. And a lot of us, I mean, like Owen, for instance, I've got a friend named Stephanos Rex, also a summoner. Everybody knows Rex. And Lily Pichu, they're my... And I was trying to find, some of my friends here who might have been in the game. I didn't even know that. I thought Shaco was the only character I did until I actually listened to a few. It was that long ago. And Owen said, I think I did Victor. And that was about it. And then Rex, with his ears, said, no, this has got to be him. And I sent him a clip of Twisted Fate, which is obviously a pretty big deal. So yeah, it's over the course of 4 years. This, I think, it's the most played video game probably in history, right?
Most played PC game in the world.
Yeah.
Wow.
Woo! Gameplay out.
It beats StarCraft!
That's good.
You're the man, Kyoto. Okay, I'm done.
Thank you.
I'm done.
For me, the moment that I realized was when I was at IPL 4. There were a lot of people there. It was a very fancy hotel. And when I saw the final stream numbers, I think it was like 200,000 people watching. That's when I realized, oh, cool.
And then you danced up to Bubble Pop.
What about Bubble Pop?
You danced to it.
I danced.
We all did.
Everybody danced. We all bubble popped vigorously that weekend. Whoa.
You were in the And I remember you mentioned a lot of these voices were done years and years ago. Like we had a lot of your original character cast here. I remember we did a video with you. Like you didn't even remember some of the key lines that we did. Like what was your first interaction when you realized, okay, my voice made it. This is me. This is huge.
That took a while. I mean, I think Adam called me up and he was like, hey, I think you're in this game, you should check it out. And that's when Stephanos Rex went on my website to listen to my demo. I was like, well, this one character who sounds like Twisted Fate, he sent me a clip. And I was like, yeah, that is me, actually. So then we went to the competition that was in San Francisco in the summer. And they had us on stage, and I did the voice of Twisted Fate. You could see, somebody posted it online, you could see me, I did the voice and I was like, oh man. Like, because the reaction was incredible. And I kept thinking the whole time, there's a lot of people here.
A lot of people who love Twisted Fate.
Yeah, it's been amazing since then. I mean, I think since that appearance, people have started contacting me, telling me what the character means to them, and I've been blown away by how great everybody is, nice everybody is, and it's fun.
So how has doing a voice in LoL affected your other works? I mean, Corey, a lot of you do things other than League of Legends. Melissa, first off, congratulations on The Walking Dead. So like, did you go into the studio for something like that? Is it, it's
yeah. Not like a broken record, but kind of the same situation where I didn't realize that this game was as huge as it was, and Adam, of course, pointed it out. But yeah, when I go, now it kind of clicks down, so I'll go into studios, and now that I know about the League of Legends crazy bigness, I'll mention that I'm Ash, and people will just be like, what? Yeah, it's kind of this crazy experience to add. It's like Clementine and Ash, and all the others are who knows what. So it's been a really awesome experience. I'm super psyched to.
And Melissa, you were just nominated for a British Academy Award for.
I pay him to say this.
Which I didn't know.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, yeah. I love that I even answered your question. I got to talk.
So let's go way back then. And do any of you guys remember anything significant about recording any of the voices? Because I remember some in the early days, you were lucky enough to get just a picture or anything, now get the full character models, the animations and everything along with it. Anything of note with recording?
Actually, Draven was newer. I actually knew the game was going before I got Draven. But Jax, I prepared for him. We did an interview with you guys, and I was telling everybody that it started out a little bit like Patrick Warburton, Hey, listen there, come. You guys are getting a little worked up. And so I had him saying, who wants a piece of the champ? and then, they said they wanted him to be a big, mean guy, so I just added a little more gruff to him, and it was like, who wants a piece of the champ? But the funniest thing that happened to me was when I was recording Jax, I actually did a full recording of Twisted Fate. They loved Owen, so they took Owen's version over mine.
You got enough characters.
Oh. But yeah, to me that was awkward because I was like, I recorded this character. Wait, isn't that me? And I listened to it. I was like, that's not me. I didn't do him. And then we realized it was Owen. I was like, oh, wow, that's awesome.
Add Owen to the mix here. I like it very much. We want a Patrick Warburton skin for Jackson.
So, did we have anybody else record lines for characters that they unfortunately did not get, or characters that you wish you could have voiced?
I think we all, I auditioned for a slew, probably 10 characters in the audition process at least.
Well, not only auditioned, I think we actually, in the studio, that's what Eric was saying, he recorded right there at Summertone, he recorded Twisted Fate. One of our friends, Brian Summer, who couldn't make it, he had to work this weekend, was actually the original announcer. Yep.
And he does what characters?
Brian is Warwick, Trinda, and Willem, who is Nunu's Yeti.
It's one of those little short things, just a few grunts and kind of like a random, just okay. He's gets a job at just you're doing something. And it's also on that note, are there any characters right now that you're particularly fond of? Christine, I know you like dogs.
Yes.
A lot.
I do too.
Got it. What's the question?
Other characters you like that you did not voice?
Oh. I like Twisted Fate, but obviously I can't voice him, but I like to look at him. Who else is fun? There are lots of fun characters. Ezreal's cool, because he's I think he's kind of like the male version of Lux. And I do that in the manliest way possible.
Next time I'm better than Tree.
And I really like playing Nidalee too, because, guys, she turns into a cat.
The internet is all about cats in here.
Yes.
Is there anyone in the game that you're particularly fond of?
I haven't done a lot of playing, and what little I have button mashed and gotten absolutely nowhere. So I just say, all right, Operation Meat Shield. I'm out there, and you guys take care of it. I'm just going to sit back here and fire things. I've played as Graves. I'm told that Ezreal requires a bit of skill. I have none. So I have not done that yet. But I do remember kind of a funny story from In the Booth, to go back to your earlier question.
Sure.
Back when I did my first session, the guy from Riot Games goes, okay, so this character, when we get to the screaming, is like, there's like power-up yells. Have you ever heard of an anime called Dragon Ball Z?
Please say that the next part of the story is you punch him.
No, I just politely says like that. actually, I worked on that show. I think that was like the training ground for any fighting, shooting, anything where you have to scream at the top of your lungs. It's like, I can do it, I survived Dragon Balls. So I think that's when the seed was planted when they did Pulsefire Israel because the over 9,000 show. The voice actor where it says go on.
There might be a link here. Let's take it back further. So let's talk about everyone actually playing the game. Is there anyone who plays on a semi-regular basis, like at least weekly?
I live with roommates, and we all play together, and it was a great bonding experience. It really brings you together when you're there cussing, yelling, and also losing together so many times.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Because I remember when we first did IPL 4, we had a pros versus fans match.
Yes.
And you were about to lock in Lux. It's like, no, you have to play Rickon.
I freaked out. I was like, I've never played that character. What do I do?
And you were top lane, I remember. You were just like hovering around the turret, and unbeknownst to you, the entire enemy pro team was waiting in the bush. Waiting to 5-man gank you at the moment you did, but you're just like, I don't see anyone. And then they blew it, and you look awesome.
Dyrus, I will never forget him. But especially Cobalter.
Yes.
That Teemo. That fade.
Show of hands, who needs chemo? And I'm not just restricted to these guys, I don't hear. 8 feet for chemo. I like how the one with the Teemo hat also wears his hat. And so, anybody else stories about actually playing?
Unfortunately, a lot of us up here have Macs. And so it has been kind of a disaster, and me yelling at the computer, crashing again, thank you. So I hear there's a new goodie that might be coming.
Beta environment.
I missed the window.
Yeah, so it's still got to wait for the beta science to go, and then you're ready to go.
Yeah, so that hasn't gone well for me.
Yeah, a lot of voice actors are Mac people. It sort of lends itself to the auditions. And so Eric and I, we tried the iLol. It froze up on us a lot. What was the name of the
I can't remember the name. I cannot remember it. It's like
you guys know the
Boom Jazz or something.
There. And yeah, we got a lot of freezing, a lot of white patches on the screen, and I mean, I had a lot of fun doing the tutorials, but that's as far as I got. And you know, a lot of us are gamers. Eric was a tester. It's not like we're scared off by that, but you know, it's as we get more and more involved with you guys, there's less and less of an excuse not to play, and we are going to start. And I'd like to get to a point where we were doing what Christina was doing, and getting maybe a team of 5 voice actors together and playing some pros. I think people would want to see us get slaughtered.
No, I'm dying again.
No.
I'm just happy that so many people do the playthroughs on YouTube. I watch a lot of those.
So it's like, are you guys any particular fans of some of the big names out there? You mentioned like Lily Pichu before. You guys like Donkey. By the way, we're still trying to get him as a commentator for an IPL event, so it's still on.
Oh shit! I'm trying to get him to answer just 1 PM from me. He's gonna make a rock star. What's up, Dom?
Any big fan stuff out there that any of you are a fan of?
Kyoja.
I like the song that goes, Ribbon, something on the battlefield, something for the play.
There's some awesome Draven raps.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Draven stuff going on right now.
It's understandable, it's great.
That's right. Let's admire me for a minute.
So we'll take 5 minutes for Draven then. It's Draven time?
Oh, you know what really good one? Lily Pichu's Christmas song? That went, jingle bells, Kilo smells, and if you lay an egg, something, what
That was Lily, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Lily Pichu, you rock.
So, I know that some of you have experience when you talk about the DI events and stuff. So, the now being integrated into this whole esports thing, you see the pros, you see the crowds, you see the reaction. What was your first kind of impression seeing the big crowds and all the people there in person starting the games, and even like some interaction with the pros, even if any?
It was utterly amazing. we went to, well, for us, we were late. I know Christina V's been doing tons of stuff, but we went to IPL Face-Off in San Francisco, and walking into an entire, like a room like this, and they're watching everyone, you know, a match, and that was insane to me.
And
because
the reactions, yeah.
Yeah, because everybody knows what's going on, and they're just like, oh, he just did this, you know, and you're like, ah! And everybody's like frantic, and I'm loving it. I think it's insane. It's awesome.
Yeah, in Vegas, we were just talking about it before we came on. There was a 70-minute, I think it was, match. What were the teams?
Oh, I don't even remember.
It was really incredible, and you could feel it was, you know, not to get too corny, but it was like there was electricity in the air, and the teams were going back and forth across the map, and Eric was trying to explain to Grandpa Adam what was going on, but you don't even have to completely know what's going on to feel that, you know, this is real, genuine excitement.
And I think you even got to a point where I think Eric and Christina were backstage. One of you was like, one of you were wanting to touch Christina, and he's like, throwing the beard. It was like, this game's really awesome and entertaining, but this beard's so soft.
The beard is OP.
So I think, I'm pretty sure you guys have some questions.
Yeah.
Yeah? Show of hands. Amazing. You first, because you're really close, so I'm lazy.
Hi, I'm Joshua Lin. I also go by Joker for Deck, and I stream for Hardwire Gaming. I was wondering if any of you guys would like to come to a LAN event we're holding on March 9th for League of Legends.
Here in the Bay Area?
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, well, I tell you what, at the end, I don't know about everybody else, but I'll give out my Facebook info and stuff. Any stuff you have like that, send it to me. And I do, I mean, if you talk to the fans, I respond to as many, and if I can, all PMs that come to me on YouTube.
He hasn't slept in a week.
Yeah. I'm going to be, personally, I'm going to be in LA at that particular game. But I would.
Hey, I was curious as to what your reaction was like the first time you saw your voice connected to the champion itself, or whether you had seen that beforehand, or just what it was like seeing that.
Anybody want to take that?
Well, mine personally, I mean, obviously, Ash is pretty hot. So it's like, oh, yeah. I like that. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's always cool to see your voice put into the actual character, and just something that's just, it just brings it in your head. You're visualizing, and we did see the artwork when we auditioned and when we recorded. So obviously, you kind of just put your voice into what the character looks like, but it's always a really cool feeling to see it brought to life.
I thought this would be my cool character, like a really tough, deep voice girl, and then I heard it and I realized that it's not. And I read the comments, they're like, oh, Riven's voice is so Moab. It's like, no!
Stop being so sensitive.
I was wondering if Christine could do her best impression of Draven.
Best impression of Draven.
Draven.
Do your best Draven.
Me?
Yes.
Welcome to the League of
Hi, my name is Ryan Evans from Anime FX here in San Francisco. Draven, our entire club loves you. Would you please come to one of our events? Our
you.
Yeah, get a hold of me afterwards. We'll talk.
So like all the appearance stuff, like they'll give out all their page posting and contact stuff. You just contact them separately.
Hi, my name is Ernie Marcells, last year staffer from UConn in South Florida. Whose idea was it to make Draven so damn cocky?
That actually, I mean, part of that was really Riot, honestly. But when I got into the session, I remember talking to them and I said, so I get the impression that he's a little more of a wrestler, you know, like the pro wrestler. And they said, I think you have a good idea of where we're going with this. And so when I started delivering the lines, I started adding in just the little laughs. And when I'm in the booth, I always say this, I'll coach every now and again, and VO's an ugly business at times. And so I'm in there just like, welcome to the, you know, and I'm doing all the hands and all that. But yeah, I honestly saw it as like, what was it, T-Generation X or one of the, you know, WWF kind of, where they would roll in and just like, yeah! Woo! So I just kind of went with that, and they seemed to love it. So it was probably probably more Riot, but maybe a little bit of, you know, coordination among parties.
Forgive me in advance, but I want to know if anyone's ever played Dota, and if so, what's your favorite game?
I have not played Dota.
If we can't play League, you think we can play Dota? No, a good friend of ours actually, Dave Fenoy, who is the main character in Walking Dead, Lee. By the way, we've got Omid, Kenny, and Clementine from Walking Dead right here. But Dave Fenoy, I think, is 7 Dota heroes. So we'll get him up here next time and he'll answer that one.
And also semi-related to Walking Dead, I'm sorry I told you.
I have a question for Christina in regards to the IPL 5 cosplay contest. What was your reaction to that Borloff charging the stage?
Oh, girl! Wait, I have to kind of remember.
I remember.
He was either drunk or pretending to be drunk. Anyways, I thought it was a good cosplay. And then he started air humping me, and I was like, what's happening?
Yeah, they escorted him out, didn't they?
And then I see people trying to usher him, like, hey, you gotta clear the stage, you gotta keep going. And he's just like, nah. Yeah, Buddy was like, it's time to move on. And he's just like, nah, I'm gonna stay here. And then I see Buddy jump off, I was like, okay, go.
He actually tried to jump the line before we wrangled him around backstage to go on. Like, at every single instance, we're trying to wrangle up everyone, we're just trying to like invade. Anybody just decided to screw it, just jumps on stage. Drinking maybe like 3.
Right at home in show business.
Hi, I'm Archer Bates, 422 on D. I got a question for everybody. Who needs a map?
Who doesn't have?
I do.
Hello. I'd like to ask, how do you feel about your champions getting nerfed?
I wouldn't know if my champs are OP.
Nerfed pretty much, and then how Rippin got that HP you get nerfed like a couple months ago.
So sad. I feel like my glory days are over.
Thanks. Shago's still OP in Korea though.
Hi, I'd like to hear Draven do Ribbon.
My hands are stained.
Alright, first of all, I want to say Ribbon, I love you.
I think it's all of us.
Oh, okay, then we all love you. So recently, Riot put a video on YouTube of them doing the Harlem Shake, and I was wondering if you guys were a part of it, and is that what you guys do when the server's down?
I wasn't a part of that, unfortunately. But I do like a good Harlem Shake every now and then.
Can Draven do an impression of Timo?
I'd have to know Timo. I don't even remember. I don't remember any of his lines.
He says,
Total, right?
2, 3, 4.
Let's get this deal.
So this is mostly a Christina. I didn't just settle this because I play Riven, which is my favorite champion all the time. Battle Bunny Riven or Redeemed Riven?
I personally use Championship Ribbon.
This is right there.
Hi, I'm Sushi Killer from 16bitscience.com, and I was wondering, for somebody who is interested in the game very passively and doesn't know that much about it, what would you say to convince them that they should definitely check it out?
It sort of applies to some of us who don't really know anything about the game. I'd say go to one of these events and hang out with people that play it, and they seem to enjoy it.
So passionate about it, yeah.
Yeah, it'll make you love it.
Terrible answer.
I met a woman at a party once who she found out I was Twisted Fate, I didn't know how to play, and if I took her out, she'd teach me how to play, so that's it. Do what you can. Do what you can.
And tack on to that too, like Christina playing with her friends is a good thing. So you get everyone together in a room so you can all beat each other mutually.
Brent.
If you guys could kill Timo, how would you?
I'm glad Timo's voice actor is
I'd use axes.
I don't know how to answer. Humanely? I don't know.
For somebody trying to break into the voice acting business, what advice do you offer?
Take class.
Practice.
Perseverance.
I would say for me, one of the things when I encounter people who want to get into voice acting, one of the things, there's a kind of a misunderstanding about what it is. And you can do a lot of video games and animation, but there's also a lot of stuff that's incredibly boring to do, but you're paid well for it. So you kind of have to, like I was just telling them, did this job the other day, it was a tech thing. I don't know what I was talking about, but I had to make it sound interesting. So that's one of the things, you have to practice the boring stuff as well. Because that does pay the bills as well.
Yeah, in fact, sorry to cut you off, but if you want a shot at some of the bigger video games and the bigger sort of, high-profile gigs, you're going to have to get a talent agent, and all talent agents are going to want a commercial reel, a narration reel, the boring, the nuts and bolts stuff of voiceover. Sorry.
And work at it.
But most importantly, I would say, because there's a lot of people out there really willing to take your money and not give you good stuff back. Find a reputable teacher in your area, and there are some. My first experience, I had a teacher that I kept saying, I think I'm ready to make a demo and get an agent. She kept saying, take another class. And some of these classes are very expensive, so just make sure to research the person. But there are great people out there.
And I think I recall a story you were telling us too about how some of the teachers can also be very eccentric.
Oh yeah. Well, they're actors themselves, and actors are freaking crazy.
We're all insane, by the way. If you haven't caught on.
Together.
All right. It's already been known that Christina's a big fan of Bluffs. What's everybody else's favorite champions?
Draven.
Draven across the board.
I like Ramus. Okay.
Okay, there's been a lot of speculation on the League of Legends forum boards and on Wall King that Ezreal's gay. Can you confirm or deny that?
So last thing I heard that he wasn't
clarifying the character.
He wasn't. I heard that he wasn't gay so much that he just looks like Meg Ryan.
He is a bit of a lady boy.
I don't know. I have not heard that before.
I can't imagine what kind of mess would be in
get a carriage space after here.
I'm not sure what we're talking about now.
I didn't say that, Kyle. He did. The two biggest guys on stage.
About The Walking Dead. Will Clementine be in the second video game?
Don't get into a hairy area here, though.
No, I honestly, I can't spoil anything because I don't know. I know there's a lot of people that'd be pretty upset if she were to just poof, disappear and never come back, including myself. But I really don't know.
That's
I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
What happens in season
None
2?
of us know.
Any of us could be alive.
I don't think Telltale Games.
I could be alive.
Any is alive.
Probably.
Yeah, of course.
I might make it out of that alley.
Well, the game might
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Or the house.
Yeah. But that's the question I get asked the most is there who's going to be in the second season? How far along is it? And people have speculated like they're going to jump ahead 10 years when Clem's older. And
I don't think they're going to do that.
Telltale tells us nothing.
Yeah, we don't know.
Nothing. Specifically to keep us from being like, oh, this is what happens.
Kenny and O'Neill get a boat. Sail off.
And a spin-off show.
Be like Reptile.
Miami Vice State.
Hi, Anthony Jonas from UserShowPodcast.com. This is more of a thank you to Kyle and Christina. I was one of the people at home saying they wanted to stream the Evo donation drive for Skullgirls, and it was really hype. Like I never expected to be that hype especially for a donation drive, but just to Skullgirls and Smash going back and forth, it was really awesome, and I gave it so much music.
Thank you so much. And just a little context behind that, there was a donation drive for the 8th game to get into EVO, and there were like 7 games, and basically the competition was between Skullgirls, which is a game I worked on, and Smash Brothers Melee. And what ended up happening was an amazing kind of bidding war, and it ended with Skullgirls raising $78,000 for charity, and Smash raised, I believe they raised $93,000.
Wow.
So it was intense.
What do you guys think about Mordekaiser in Brazil?
Wait. I'm huge in Brazil.
Hi, my name is David, and I was wondering, what were your first impressions on when you were voice acting your very first champions? What were your first impressions on that?
Well, I did Twisted Fate first, and that was all they had was just a picture of him with the tilted hat, and I basically sat and thought about what I was going to audition with, and I basically tried to imitate Sam Elliott when he was in The Big Lebowski. There's some more over the dude, and just kind of went from there. And they really kind of, once we got into the studio, they kind of pushed and pulled and helped me make the character. And that one was again just working from a photograph. And then later I went back and when I did Victor, they had animation for me to match, and that really helped figure out the character.
Yeah, that's a different process with Riot, especially in my experience with Riot working on Champions, is that they do always have some sort of animation that they need you to match and put voice to, which is not always the case.
Yeah.
And often a couple examples of characters they don't necessarily want you to mimic, but would like you to use as an influence. Like, obviously Shaco, I'd like to call him an homage to Mark Hamill's Joker rather than a straight up copy.
To better answer the question, I think we do a lot of smaller games, and some of them are the kind of RTS games where they have 5 lines and you have no idea what they actually do. And so all we have is a picture and a short script of stuff. And so we didn't know what the gameplay, I don't think any of us actually knew what the gameplay was like until we saw it in action. And then we were like, oh, it's all right, now it's a battle arena, I see. All right, it's different than an RTS where you're sending somebody out to go get killed.
You're sending yourself out to go get killed.
Yeah.
I'm Blaine Murphy, and most of the champions have lines that reference other works of art. Do you make up those those references, or does Riot give you those references?
We're not that smart.
No. We can't
It's
say
totally
it. It's not
right.
written
I
down.
Didn't speak a word.
Well, just for simple sake, the over 9,000 one, was that scripted or was that completely?
Over 9,000 was scripted.
Oh.
But that didn't come until the Pulsefire version of it. So like, a year or whatever later, 2 years later, they decided to do that. And that was after, from the first session where I did Ezreal, and they found out like, oh, you did Dragon Ball Z? That's awesome. What character? Like Gohan. Like, awesome. And then little did they know that I was just channeling Gohan as Ezreal. That's my teenage voice. I mean, when we see the audition sides, we're given very little information, just little bullet points. Like, here's a picture of what he looks like. Here's his age. Here's his attitude or his disposition. Here's what he's doing and his, and then we just piece it together like a jigsaw puzzle. And we have to like do it on the fly and have good improv, good cold reading, and all that. But actually, the scripting and the references, that all came pre-done.
That's not the legends.
If only.
Hi, so my name is Blummy Deal on Leave. So, like back to what you just said, how you guys don't get much choice in the scripting. Like you guys put a lot of consideration in this, but how does making the laugh of the champion actually work out?
Making a like
Let's
natural
hand it to
laugh.
these guys.
Well, I mean, it all depends on the character. If you've got a big, heavy, tanky bruiser, you kind of want to give him a more and if you've got a sneaky little jungling shader, you want to get up here.
Who was your favorite player on PSM?
Oh boy.
Everybody says Dyrus, but I like Reggie. I even like him more since I saw the video of him running away from Christina.
You know what? In Reggie's defense, in IPL 5, he gave me a high five.
It probably took him a week to work up the courage. Just kidding, Reggie.
Well, besides TSM, do you have any favorite pro players or any memorable moments with the pro teams?
I talk to Saint sometimes. He's interesting.
Eric and I actually talk a lot to Brad Pluto, who I know isn't a pro player, but I mean he might as well be. He's the mascot of Curse, so we kind of have a little relationship with the Curse guys.
You have to remember too, when we're like at IPL or something, they're the stars. They're the guys that everybody's like, can I get your autograph? And oh, the voice actor guy, hey, what's up? I mean, and that's fine. I mean, it's cool because we're like, oh wow, check it out. These guys are superstars. And I mean, we got to know some of the guys in Curse and TSM. And I don't know, Fnatic Raid Call's pretty good.
Dyrus's dad is awesome, by the way.
Yeah, Dyrus!
I got a picture of the two of them together with the epic beard.
I'm a fan of the Sneaker Stare. He's fun.
Which by the way is Eric next to Dyrus' dad. I think the only time your beard's ever lost.
Yeah, right.
Okay, hello, this question is directed toward Christine. So like I've seen like Christina, sorry. I got people reading too. Anyway, so I've seen you got like other works like Blaze Blue, Familiar Zero, and like Madoka, etc. Can we hear your voice, like famous lines in those series? And can we hear you use your written voice to deliver famous lines in those series?
Well, that's
Just Ribbon voice and the Madoka line, how about that?
Okay, here's the thing about Madoka and Ribbon. My Homer voice, I got that from Ribbon. Because she really talks like this. And that's Ribbon. What would you want me to do though?
Familiar Zero.
Familiar Zero? Saito, you stupid dog.
Alright, we'll do two more.
Do any of you have a League champion crush?
Oh, crushes.
Drake.
Any of the champions?
This is the favorite one. I mean, Drake across the board.
Hey, I'm posted to Eric. Has someone told you you look like Ragas?
I've heard that in real life Gragas, and somebody actually requested a skin of me for Draven or something. So I've heard it a couple times.
Alright, the last one.
So for those of you who actually do play as often,
What is your favorite weapon and why? Or item?
Favorite item in the version. The answer better be warts.
The answer is axes.
All right, like one more. Eric, is your beard made of Draven taxes?
It's so OP.
Cool. So let's I think we're mostly done. Let's go down the line. Everyone can plug their Facebooks, their Twitters, their things.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm at Kyle Hebert. Spelling the last name is Hebert, not Herbert. It looks like Hebert. So at Kyle Hebert. Facebook.com/Kyle Hebert. Put a VO on the end of that. That's my page. And then KyleHebert.com is my website. Yay. Thank you.
Christina V. At Christina V is my Twitter. No H in Christina. No space. And on Facebook, I have my regular page, but that's been full for like 2 years. But I also have a fan page that you can add me on to. So, Christina, that's my name.
I am horrible at Twitter, so I apologize if you ever try to. I say that. It's at Melly Hutch, MELYHUTCH. What? That's what I said. And Facebook, Melissa Hutchison VO, and it's Hutch is son, no N in there. And I also Instagram a lot. I find that I like to take pictures more than words, and that's also Melly Hutch.
Okay, Melly Hutch.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm Gavin Hammond, and I'm pretty much on all this stuff. Twitter and Facebook has a VO at the end. I'm on Instagram. My website's gavinhammond.com. It's boring. Be bored.
MelissaHutchison.com.
Yeah. ChristinaB.com is not my website. You should go down. MelissaHutchison.com is not my website. You should go down.
My website is owenthomas.org because .com was taken, but somebody wanted to post crossword puzzles. And my Facebook is Owen Voice. My YouTube is Owen Actor, and my what's that thing? Oh, Twitter. My Twitter is at Owen Voice as well.
I'm pretty much Harrington VO across the board, but I mostly plug my YouTube. I've got a whole section of League of Legends videos. Yeah, just hit 1 million views, which I know for some people. But you'll find a ton of League of Legends centric videos that I put together with a lot of my friends helping out. So please go there, subscribe, like the videos, and then you'll get links to all of their channels through my channel. Harrington VO.
I am, let's see, YouTube, Mota Jones, MOTAJONES, all one word, and in Twitter that's at Mota Jones. And I have a fan page at Eric Braun on Facebook, so.
And we also,
we're forgetting one.
Yeah, I know we did a few review some of these guys too, so youtube.com/IPLLOL, twitch.tv/IPLLOL, we do tournaments, we have some of these guys like to come out on occasion. Also at IG Public on Twitter, myself, at @person. And you know what? This is a good panel.
Let's have